So we continue our project to build a custom smart table with PC inside. And in this video, we're gonna show you how we made legs for it. What they consist of, what is the scheme, what they have inside. And in the end of this video, we will stand our tabletop on legs and connect them. And we will take a look with you what we have got, because we haven't seen yet. Now we're gonna disassemble it to show how it made. I unscrew in this way. When outlet is loosened up, the side lid drops out because the spring pushed it out. We made this in case that you don't have to pull it by your nails and the leg hangs on the electric wire. Look down. There is no additional connectors. This construction has only teeny hole and lid goes in the right place. We choose such approach to keep the scheme less complicated, to avoid extra screws, pins, bolts, and etc. You can see itself leg consists from metal square pipe 25 by 25 millimeters in general. It's an external pipe, when internal pipe has dimension 20 by 20 millimeters. This is a mechanism which keeps the height. I pull out the bolt for a while to be able to adjust the height, otherwise it gets locked by every step. This is that spring. Here on the outlet, on European model, who knows, legs spread out and they stick to wooden pads, it's very sturdy. The next pair of legs will have different construction. The electric outlet will be placed into leg itself, and side lid you may remove separately from outlet and adjust table height easily. We have got this idea later, while we were making this leg. That's gonna be in way easier. Also, there are several things to improve. What else? This part is removable, as you know, but all other parts we attach with glue. These sides, rear side. We have used three types of adhesive: silicone sealant, a regular glue, and epoxy resin. In case then one of type of glue can crack or lose adhesive feature. There is no chance to fall apart after 5 or even 10 years of using. It must be durable. Plus, metal is covered by primer paint. I'm not sure how any glue will react with such surface. Wood was exposed to milling, polished by oil to prevent liquid absorbing and cracking. Outside, all surfaces get burned and brushed to emphasize gorgeous texture, and after they get varnished to be more resistant for water and scratches. I think the construction is clear for you. All wires come to the table, connect to power supply. Here is gonna be extra cable for power switch. It will connect and disconnect the table from outlet. Why the legs are different? Because one leg, unlike other, has additional Ethernet cable. This leg has only outlet and socket from power supply, and the second one has Ethernet female plug. The legs pads, made of plastic, have square shape, the same size as the legs width. They are glued and screwed, because after time pads may fall off or may happen something else during moving the smart table. This wooden cover is glued as well. Here is profile pipe, 20 by 40 millimeters. Also, we have used 3 different type of glue, including pouring epoxy resin from the bottom. After, we painted in glossy black. It's for metal surfaces and very durable. Here is inside we place lead strip, which attached to aluminum strip, just in case, to avoid overheating. Moreover, lead strip will serve much longer with aluminum heatsink. You cannot notice it from outside, but from the hole underneath you will see definitely how light is falling down on legs. So, we have a custom tool for testing our smart table, but it has incorrect height and we had a challenge to find a regular one among our garage neighbors because we have to show you how a stool fit the table and what's the point of that. We already adjusted the lowest height. The minimal height is based on your seat position. I mean, you can freely sit cross-legged and it must be comfortable for you. And you don't have to bump your knees to the table bottom. And during all measurements, we face to the next problem. If the table was a bit thicker, for example 8 or 10 centimeters or even more, how you might have seen on internet, so you have to lift your table up to keep enough space for a crossed leg, but in the same time you raise your hands and it's not gonna be comfortable. And if you lift your table down, you cannot cross your legs. In this case, you have to lower down your chair if you are able to. Fortunately, we have resolved this problem and we designed the smart table which can fit all hardware and equipment in 6 centimeters. The thickest part of the table is buttons, which has only 63 millimeters. So, such thickness is the gold middle. You can sit cross-legged, and the surface is not raised too much. The entire height, including tabletop, is 74 centimeters, counting from the floor. That's an average size. We have measured many parameters. We were surfing on internet about all standards. We have taken my height, which is slightly above the average, 185 centimeters as the standard, and then raised the table up to find the highest point which allows to work standing with comfort for hands. Also, we placed on the surface keyboard, mouse and other stuff for testing. The expanded size reaches 110 centimeters from the floor. In few words, this smart table suitable for most of people, either who work sitting, either who used to stand in front of computer. And I think you may take a bar stool with necessary height and work sitting with expanded height and after immediately continue to work standing without height adjustment. What makes the smart table universal? That was the main idea. Talking about height adjustment, all details we will share later. The table has many steps, each step is 5 centimeters, so you can increase the height gradually from 70 up to 110 centimeters. The appearance of the table has not final look yet. The facade later will be exposed to painting and varnishing. Close to the right leg, we placed power button. I'm pretty sure that is very useful feature. You come to your table without seeing, you find underneath, press the closest button, which is responsible to turn on and off your computer, or you may press the next restart button in case. They will not bother you or attract your attention. So, we have connected legs to the tabletop temporarily, walked around and noticed the lack of monitor bracket. That would be much better to have this. A regular monitor bracket, which you can mount behind your table, doesn't fit to our construction, because firstly, the base of our table made of laminated particle board, which is not strong enough. Secondly, there is no enough space for extra parts, because we fight for millimeters. And we came up with an idea that we have to make sort of an additional frame, which will holding monitor bracket. I guess we have to make it in this way, underneath legs. If I knew it before, I could drill holes and add a row of bolts for mounting like this. But now I don't wish to redo it seriously. Instead, we would change the size and the shape of these wooden fillers because this metal bar will be connected and hidden here on bolts. It will connect both legs, and in the middle it will hold a couple vertical bars behind the table. These bars will hide all wires inside, and a screen bracket with monitor is going to be mounted to these bars. So, in this way, we may improve our smart table. By the way, has anyone guessed how we ran wires inside legs? Wherein the construction is expandable, and there is not only electric wire, also here is a network cable. Let's talk about in comments below who is interested in. And now we continue. We need to solder all connectors to end up with exterior, to assemble all PC hardware and extra equipment, connect all wires and so on. And who is curious to check the final look, hit the bell and stay tuned.